From our Dual City studios in Texas, USA, it's the InWheelTime Car Talk Show. Just ahead, RoShelle Salinas from the Houston Automobile Dealers Association and the latest from the Houston dealers. How are sales? How are things going? How you feeling? We're going to ask those questions.
How you doing?
How you doing? Plus, Jeff has 6 SUVs you need to be leery of. And Mr. Mars has this week's driving destinations. Howdy. Along with Mike Out of This World Mars, there he is.
Over there.
We always need more Jeff Zekin.
Over here now.
Chief Engineer David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong. So glad that you could join us on this Saturday for our live show. And if you're watching, listening on a podcast, we thank you very much for that as well. Vice President of the Houston Automobile Dealers Association with a dealer update is RoShelle Salinas. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you since January.
It has been a little while. Good to see you guys.
It's good to see you too. I know this is your favorite and most wonderful car talk show, and you love being on with us. There's no doubt about it. You've said those kudos many times before, and I'm going to reiterate them. By the way, I want you to know that I saw a video of you with somebody else doing was it a car review? Yes, it was a car review. Yeah. So what was that about?
You know, we're trying to up our game on our social media on the Houston Auto Show page. And so we're getting a little creative. And we had come across some other funny reels that we wanted to replicate. And that was one we did. So it's a whole joke about if the salesman's not available and someone else has to fill in, you know, what are they going to make up along the car? And it came out. And, you know, we shot that in one take. And Jamie, who was in the video with me, when I asked her what RHO means, we had not planned that, and she said, "Real hot one," and it was so perfect. I was laughing so hard.
Oh my God! Well, what a great quick thinking. Youth has everything to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it was good.
So, how have things been since the Houston Auto Show?
You know, we have been trucking along. Things are going really good. We're excited and very early in planning for this year already, actually, and so. We just had a meeting with our Automotive Excellence Alliance, and in that group, we are 20 shows from around the country that are collaborating together to improve and enhance auto shows, our transparency with the OEMs and exhibitors, and to partner in some exhibits so that we can enhance what we're doing at all of our events. And just got back from that like 2 weeks ago, so some exciting things to come for all of our auto shows across the country that are working together to bring back the manufacturers.
And well, listen, congratulations if I haven't said it already. It was a great show this year out there at, what is it now? The Reliance Center? NRG Center, whatever you want to call it.
Whatever name it is this week.
Yeah, this week. But it was a great show and great attendance, especially that Saturday that we were there. We had a hard time getting out of there, fighting the crowds to get to the emergency exit. It was funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was definitely our busiest day. It was a good year.
Yeah, well, I'm glad because, people in Houston, Texas love cars. And even if they're not in the market to buy one at that moment, want to go see what is the latest. For my generation, it was always in October that the dealers would hide the brand new cars that were coming in. It was a big reveal week.
They would. They put them in the
everybody would get in the car and go to all the different dealers and get all the brochures. Now you've got it all in one place. Mm-hmm. It makes it so much easier. And I always love to go to those things. Not that I certainly was at any age to buy a new. But there were lots of us that did that. And it's funny, now that I think about it, you've got a lot of teenagers that are into cars that will go to the show. And we kind of like bypass them, but they really are the next generation that's going to be buying the cars.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, that's part of why we try to make it a whole family atmosphere at the Houston Auto Show. And this year we're actually going to incorporate 2 new theme kind of days to our event. So Friday is going to be Military and First Responders Day. And it's not just a day of discounts. We will have a day of full programming of activities. So opening the show with a special presentation of the Star Spangled Banner. And then we'll have some programming throughout. We've already worked with some local officials to bring in some special exhibits of vehicles and first responder vehicles and such on display. And there'll be some different exhibits in that whole area. So we're creating that. And then we're also adding on Sunday a family day. And so there'll be some special packages for families and activities for kids and bringing in some kind of new elements to up the experience overall.
I'm thinking a rock and roll band, or maybe we could have Build-A-Bear there or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm looking at some Lego partners and maybe some Hot Wheel partners. We've got some things in the works, but it's early planning. And then also we're going to partner this year with the boat show officially on the VIP night as well. So we're working on a really cool theme to bring both events together and open up the whole show for that VIP night and kind of bring it, revamp it and bring it back to a really big, exciting VIP night.
Sounds like fun. How are the dealers doing?
Dealers are doing all right. We had a good first quarter, and second quarter has been down a little bit on sales. But I think with all we have going on in the economy and inflation and interest rates, that sales have slowed a little bit. But I think they're all anticipating coming back in the summer with some additional sales. I also just read about some new vehicle releases and things coming out. So I think the summer will look good for everybody.
Well, we have to talk about EVs and, with the now defunct $7,500 rebate that doesn't exist anymore. That hurt. And the fact that infrastructure, I think, hurt. And the car manufacturers themselves, they went all in. They got EVs everywhere, and nobody's buying them. Infrastructure here in Houston is poor, to say the least, because I had to deal with that myself. I've learned to overcome it, though, and that is a 110-volt outlet in the garage, and I just drag the orange extension cord out there. It takes forever to charge it, but at least I got that part of it down. And they've got a new charging station that is a total ripoff out there by Hobby Airport. It doesn't make any difference how long you have it plugged in for. It's $35 flat fee. Friends, wow. That is just so wrong on every level. But whatever, it's handy. So if you get in a pinch, there's at least I got a pinch place to go,
There you go.
Because before that, I had to drive over to Pasadena to find a hidden EV fast charging station behind a bank drive-through. Crazy. So I guess they're kind of getting
behind a chop shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know that Shell has put up a couple EV charging kind of lots around the city too, and so they're trying. The infrastructure is just slow, and I know you've heard me speak on this before. Is that the government wanted to shift culture with the EV mandates, but you can't shift culture like that. That has to happen organically, and I think they're feeling the repercussions from that. So EV
and
sales
not only that,
Absolutely.
you're talking about Houston, Texas, for gosh sakes.
Right.
We like our cars, and gas is cheap, and there's a gas station on every corner.
And we like our road trips, and EV road trips are not easy.
But I will say this. I have become a huge fan of hybrids. I think that's the way to go.
Always.
Have you driven any?
Yeah, I've driven a couple, and I mean, it really is the way to go. It's the happy medium.
Yeah, 30 miles per gallon on most of the ones that I drive now on average, and that's what I get. There's no fooling around with that sort of thing. I'm driving now a gasoline motor that gets 17 miles per gallon. No, and not at the price of gas. I understand that that's going to be coming down, but it's not going to come down as fast as it went up.
Right.
Yeah.
And you talk about city dwellers, like my wife. There's very few days she drives over 30 miles in a day. Most of her trips are 2 miles, 3 miles, and that's it. So, she could literally go a month without burning any gas.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the show for a minute. Are you still going to combine with the boats? There's going to be automotive still?
Yes, this is will be our 5th year in 2027 to be the automotive show. So half the show is the boat show, half the show is the auto show. I'm also working on a really special exhibit that is going to be a tow and go kind of lifestyle type exhibit. So what you'll be able to see there is learning towing 101, how to back up the car, what the technology is like today, how to hitch the tow, the trailer. But then also we'll have on display, various towing capacity vehicles with their towing items. So an SUV with a small camper or a jet ski, a big truck with a horse trailer or a trailer with a Solaris on the back or a boat. All of that is going to kind of be on display. And then God willing and financial support, we'll also create a towing course that people can practice and use this new towing technology that's out on all these vehicles
Wow.
today.
You know, all I can think of is, Rochelle, is and I'm sure that you've seen them online. These races at 3/4 mile dirt
Oh,
tracks,
I've
or
seen those. Yeah.
where they've got some old boat trailer in it, and it's a race, and so they race the car and the towed trailer around the track, and it's absolutely hysterical. There is trash everywhere. The boats are destroyed. It is
Yeah.
so
that
much.
there.
It's so much
that's
fun.
just what
I
you
think
wanna
that we
do,
need to
huh?
somehow incorporate
No.
that into this
That
event.
sounds dangerous, Don.
It does.
There's also one where there's a like a tow truck pulling a trailer, an empty trailer, and the cars behind it are racing to get on the trailer. Whoever gets on the trailer
I
just
just
wins.
saw that.
It was hilarious. One thing for me, with the manufacturers at the show, I think, we've given a lot of suggestions to her, and she's taken none of them. Have each manufacturer give away a car.
I think that's a
You
great
know-
idea.
It is.
It doesn't have to
I
be
don't
like a
think- I don't think I
$100,000
can
car.
get every manufacturer to do it, but we are working on that being a possibility this year too.
Oh,
Like I
see
said,
there?
we're already planning on a lot of things early this year, but I don't want to say too much because some ideas just don't become reality each time. So yes, there is a potential that we're working on a car giveaway this year too.
Wow.
Yeah.
See there?
All right.
We're busy. And when I'm not doing the auto show, we just wrapped up our scholarship program at HADA and gave about 90 different scholarships out to dealership employees and their children all across the city. And then we're working on our big student technician competition that comes up in November, where we pair high school students with dealerships to mentor, and then they all compete and have to debug a vehicle to win scholarships, cash, tools, prizes, and advance to the North Texas competition, where last year our Houston team beat 65 North Texas teams, and I was very proud of
All right.
See,
Very
there you
good,
go.
very
It's kind of
good.
like the Scots playing FIFA football. Yeah, I got it. Go Scots. I mean, they sold out every pub in Boston, and they had no beer in Boston when the Scots hit
Emergency
town.
deliveries.
Yeah,
Yes.
emergency deliveries. Did you see that?
No, but I was almost late to today's interview because I was at the march for the Netherlands bus route.
Oh,
to-
yeah.
The big orange bus.
The big orange
Yes,
bus.
following the
Yeah.
big orange bus.
Well, I'll
right.
tell you what, it's brought a gift to me, because obviously Armstrong, Scotland, it's one and the same.
He's
And so
actually wearing a kilt right now.
I am wearing my kilt, and it's great. And I've never known so much freedom in my life. But that's another subject for another day.
Thank you.
And another
Save that for
show.
the-
And
yeah,
another show.
Tune in after midnight.
It's the off-air show, and tune in after midnight. All right, so let's talk back again with the dealers. There's a push, I think, afoot, where dealerships generally speaking, have a very impressive service department. And
Yeah.
service is a big part of every dealership as far as I am concerned.
absolutely.
And I know that dealerships are in transition, as well as the entire auto industry, and trying to keep up with the Joneses with the latest technology coming from the manufacturers. I'm now driving a Jeep Grand Cherokee, a beautiful vehicle, but the technology on the infotainment system has completely changed for Stellantis. And that in itself is an educational opportunity right there, because I'm struggling through it because of the new technology in the infotainment system. And, prior to this, with the new infotainment system that they've got in the Stellantis cars, it was easy to use. It's still easy to a point, but there's just more stuff in it.
Yeah.
I can only imagine what's going on at the dealerships, trying to keep everybody trained up. How are things going in that regard? Because I know with the dealers, you hear everything.
Yeah, there's each manufacturer operates a bit differently in that, but all of them have some sort of training that they put their staff through when it's time to launch a new product or to reveal it in the dealership so that it's for sale. And so they even have product specialists that come in and train the
Yes.
salespeople on all of it. And then usually they've got at least 1 or 2 sales staff that is what they call their product specialist. And when you go in and buy a dealership and pick up or buy a car from the dealership and pick it up, they'll have that product specialist come and give you a lesson on all the technology and features in the vehicle. So when you buy it, you might be like, oh yeah, I like that, I like this. And then you sit down and you really learn it with that product specialist. That's when you go home and go, oh wow, this car had so much more than I thought it did.
Yeah, and that's, I guess it's what I'm saying to you, is the fact that, I get a new car every week of some sort, different, and some of them, the learning curve is a lot stiffer than other ones.
Especially if you're doing it by yourself, Don. Take it over to the dealership and tell them to show you how it works.
That's what I thought too. Yeah.
Well, there is that, but I will tell you this: that Land Rover, Range Rover, absolutely stunningly beautiful. But my God, the infotainment system and trying to understand all the different pages. And I can only imagine, here's Don Armstrong going down the freeway at 70, 75 miles an hour, trying to change the radio station, and I've got it on climate control.
You're showing your age, Don. You're showing your age.
I know, I am.
It's the kilt.
It's the kilt this morning. That's what it is.
RoShelle,
RoShelle, it's always great to talk to you. Thanks so much for joining us.
A pleasure. I can't wait to catch up more when we've got things even further solidified for the auto show.
And I'm going to try this year to make the preview party. I haven't been in a couple of years, and I'm
We've
feeling.
missed you.
Yeah, I bet, like a sore toe. But like I said, I'm looking forward to it and working with you again and getting folks out there to the car show. We appreciate you. Take care of yourself.
Thank you very much.
We'll talk to you again soon.
You bet.
All right. RoShelle Salinas with the Houston Automobile Dealers Association. All right, just ahead. Jeff's Car Culture, the lemon list of 6 SUVs you may want to avoid. And Mars has his driving destinations feature this week, Hidden Dirt in Hidden Houston. After this break, when the InWheelTime Car Talk Show continues. Stay with us.
The Tex-Mex dining experience is defined by Lupi Tortilla, your destination for Texas's best beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. Since 1983, Lupi Tortilla has served authentic and time-tested recipes made with the freshest ingredients. Atmosphere is part of the award-winning experience at Lupi Tortilla, all developed in a little house near Highway 6 and I-10 in Houston. Visit any of the Lupi Tortillas and you'll see the same attention to detail in each and every location. Start your Lupi experience with queso flamiado and guacamole, along with a classic frozen margarita. Dine on famous Lupi beef and chicken fajitas or pepper shrimp brochette, or a fish or vegetarian entree, and finish with a scrumptious flan for dessert. Find Lupi Tortilla in Houston, College Station, Beaumont, Austin, San Antonio, and Dallas-Fort Worth. There's a Texas location near you. The recipes are authentic and time-tested. The ingredients always fresh. Lupi Tortilla. Eats pretty good. Apple or Android, InWheelTime podcasts can be found everywhere, on the stream and through downloads. Whether you're on the road or at home and searching for a fun car talk show, give InWheelTime a try. Honest new car reviews, fun, informative interviews with real car people, weekly automotive news, features like Jeff's Car Culture, Mike's Driving Destinations, all on InWheelTime. Check us out on SiriusXM Podcasts, iHeartRadio, or while you're shopping on Amazon through Amazon Music. InWheelTime.com has a list, so check us out. That's it for this podcast episode of the InWheelTime Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.